Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I forgot to hit play. No, I just forgot to put myself into the studio. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all had a great weekend. And this is episode number 268 of the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer. We have offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. Happy Diwali to everyone who is celebrating. I'm coming to you live from St. Louis, where we had a school shooting today at a local high school. So I know that there were a few people that did not survive, and that makes me very sad. This nation's gun policies are absolutely insane. This country is crazy about guns, and we feel sorry for the families of those who lost people, and for all the children and teachers who are affected by what happened today. It's a tragedy. It's something that we could stop if we had the political will, but there's too much money and too many politicians that have no backbone and would never stand up to the gun lobby. So we're sorry for that. Immigration wise, we just keep trucking on, keep working on our stuff. Justin and I have a couple new videos coming out for you this week. We hope you like them. If you haven't already, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from, what you got going on, what's going on in your neck of the woods. I'm here for most of the week, and then we're going up to see our colleagues at our Washington, D.C. office on Friday, and then traveling to the University of Virginia to see my son, Yusuf. I'm glad to see everybody's checking in, leaving us a comment. Thanks for that. Hoolie's watching the comments. And she's left the link. If you want to come in the waiting room, it's half full right now. So this is your best shot at getting in. I'm going to go ahead and get started right away with Forever Blessed. How can I pass up that view? Forever Blessed, are you there?
Hey Jim, how are you?
I'm good. I love that view. Where are you?
Yeah, Panama City.
Nice. I was thinking Florida for sure. It looks nice. How hot is it?
It's probably like in the 70s now.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, what can I help you with?
All right, so I have a question. I have a couple friends. They're here on a work program, and the person that got them here, they the way how they treat them is not fair. Is there anybody that we could like contact to help them?
So are they on an H-2B? Are they on a
Yes,
J-1 H-2B?
H2B. Yes.
I actually know the exact person to talk to about this. I have a friend. He's really smart. He went to Yale Law School, and this is what he does all day. I don't
Okay.
know if he wants me giving out his contact information on the show, but
Okay.
if you email the office and say, hey, and just put in the memo line H2B help, and then say I was on the show with Jim, they'll send that on to me, and then I'll
Okay.
I'll connect you to my friend.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I got one more question.
Sure.
So I applied for a I-360. I got everything except for my prima facie letter. Should I wait on the letter to maybe apply for help? Like,
I'm pretty
pub
I'm pretty sure you have to wait. How long
okay.
how long ago did you file?
Since March, and I just got my work permit
Yeah.
and yeah, all of that
It's probably
so
going to
far.
be it's probably going to be till March or April next year that you get your prima facie letter, I would think.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, you too. I'm the one that likes to show videos of me sitting by the beach, not Forever Blessed. What the heck? I want to be the one sitting on the beach. I've just been thinking how much I miss San Diego. So what the heck? I got to get out there. Let's say hi to Lokpo. Hi, Lokpo.
Hi James, how you doing?
How, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. James, thank you very much for all you're doing.
Sure,
Um,
sure,
this is my first time, and I'm glad to get a chance to talk to you. Thank you again.
sure.
Real quick, my question is, I have filed for citizenship, the N400, September 14, 2022, and the interview was good. I remember the officer told me, she gave me a paper that congratulations, and she said in 1 or 2 weeks I'll get the oath ceremony letter. But
Good.
it's let's say 1 month, and we're going to 2 months now. I haven't received anything. And when I check on my account, it says oath ceremony will be scheduled on the same day that I have the interview, September 14. And it says also that we recommended that your N400 be approved and was sent for quality review. So
Okay.
I'm like, right now I haven't received anything, and no, no result from them. So I'm like,
Which field office did your N400 interview?
I live in Illinois, Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. And so, they're probably just, are you changing your name or anything?
Please say that again.
Are you changing your name as part of the naturalization process?
No.
Yeah, I think Chicago's just really busy and they're just waiting for a ceremony to open up. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Okay.
How did you get your green card?
I won the lottery visa.
Were there any problems at your
And
were there any problems at your interview, your naturalization interview?
actually, I got a traffic ticket, speeding ticket.
And what happened to that?
And I was on court supervision. I was on court
Yeah,
supervision for 1 year, and this.
are you still under court supervision?
No. It's always, and how can I say? It's good. It's good, and I paid the
Yeah.
fine.
I
It
think
was
I think you're
$5.
just
But
you're just waiting.
okay.
All right, good luck, Lopo. See you, buddy.
Hello.
Bye, buddy. All right. Well, I think Lopo is doing fine. Hey, listen, remember, if you want to come on the show, I need to see you in the waiting room. I need to see your face. Lopo is going to get his citizenship here pretty soon. I'm pretty sure about that. All right, let's go ahead to Fong. Hi, Fong.
Oh, hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What
Thank
can I
you
help?
for the show.
Sure.
Yes,
What can I
I'm
help you with?
speaking on behalf of one of my friends because she's from Vietnam and she
Mhm.
came here with the travel visa, and now she got married and she got the interview for the green card in
Mhm.
this January, but it's not up to 9 months and she hasn't received anything from the USCIS. So last month we decided to see an immigration lawyer, but they say they can do a field trip to the USCIS and then do some inquiry about her case. But now I hasn't heard anything from them yet.
How old is she?
She's 31 years old.
And when she lived in Vietnam, had she ever been married before she came to the United
Yeah,
States?
she did, and she has one kid.
And so when she went to the embassy to get her visa, when she went to the embassy, was she married or was she single when she went to get her visa?
She was single.
She
Yeah,
was
she
already
got
divorced.
divorced. Yeah, she already divorced.
So she told the officer that she was single.
Yes.
And what was the reason she came to the United States?
The visa is
Yeah.
the travel. Yeah, the
Yeah,
travel
but
visa.
what was, like, they ask you, why do you want to go to the United States? What was her answer?
I'm not sure because I didn't ask her about this. So
Okay.
do you think if there's any problem with this?
I do. I think there's a problem.
Oh,
When
yeah?
did she
Uh-huh.
when did she enter the United States?
It's 2018. I think December.
And when did she get married?
She got married 2021.
So she was out of status at the time she
Yes.
got married. Okay.
Yes,
So that's a
yes.
fraud, and that's one of the fraud indicators when someone
Oh,
comes on a visit visa and overstays and then marries a US citizen, they think that's fraud. So that's one thing.
yeah.
How are things with her and her spouse? Are they still getting along okay?
Actually, at the time that they did the interview, it was okay, but recently they had some conflicts, and right now, say the relationship is not very good, I would say.
So if USCIS knocked on the door tomorrow and they looked around for the spouse, what would happen? Is the spouse there?
I'm not sure about it. I actually
And
don't know.
if they came to where the spouse worked and they said, "Hey, we think your marriage to Fong's friend is fake, and that you only did it to get them a green card," what would the spouse say?
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, see, this is
Yeah.
your friend's in a tough situation
So
because
first,
they're just going to sit on the case until they get divorced, is what they're doing.
oh, until they get divorced.
And they just think the
Oh.
marriage is fake. I mean, right now, if I had to list the categories of countries that they scrutinize very heavily, Nigeria is number 1, Ghana is number 2, Vietnam, women especially, is number 3. There was just a huge marriage fraud scam running out of Houston involving all Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
Not the people involved were Vietnamese, and so they're very much on high alert. So I think your friend's in trouble.
Oh yeah, so we just what the U.S. is thinking is gonna let us wait until we get they got divorced.
Yeah, they're just gonna sit on it because they think the marriage is fake.
Yeah, so if we contact the immigration lawyer, actually the lawyer cannot help with anything, right?
Only if the marriage gets revived, if the couple gets back together and makes things better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Jim.
Bye, Fong. See you. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, appreciate.
Thanks for
Thank
helping
you.
your friend. You got it. Yep. All right, let's say hi to Ziad. Hi, Ziad.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I talked to you before. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I came here to the U.S. on F1 visa. We filed our petition back in February 14. My grandfather got sick, so I needed to travel overseas. I tried to expedite my advance parole in July. They sent me an email saying that they reviewing my case and I should receive a decision shortly. I haven't heard anything back. I tried to expedite again. They asked me to submit evidence on September 23rd. I submit them the same day, and I'm just still waiting.
I don't think there's anything you can do about that.
And how long do you think it takes for advance parole to come?
When did you get fingerprinted?
March 23rd.
Yeah, it should be soon. Should be here by now. It's ridiculous, but maybe another month or two.
I've been out of status or anything. When I filed, I just graduated this August. So when I filed, I was still in school. I maintained going to school till I graduate.
Yeah, they're idiots. They can't even get advanced parole and work cards done correctly. I think they're completely incompetent. So I think you're just waiting.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bye, Ziad. I hope your grandfather's doing better. See ya.
I hope so. Bye.
All right, let's say hi to April. Hi, April.
Hi. Hi, Jim. Thank you for choosing me. I have a couple questions. So, my wife and I, we haven't put our application in as yet. I'm from Jamaica. A little bit about my story. I came up on a B1, on a B2 visa. I came for visiting. However, my wife and I got married about 2 weeks ago, and we're now preparing the documents to put in.
Okay, can I ask a couple questions real quick?
Okay.
Was this your first entry to the United States, or had you been here before?
I've been here before, both on J1 and on my B2.
Okay, and your wife, when did you meet your wife?
So we met sometime last year, January or February, but I saw her for the first time this year when I came up.
Okay, when did you enter the United States?
June the 6th.
Okay, you're not driving, are you?
My wife, she's a truck driver.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so it looked like you were moving. Okay, so you entered June 6th. You had met like online before?
Yes, so we met on an app called Clubhouse, but most of our interaction was Twitter, then it moved to iMessages.
Okay, and then so you entered June 6th. What's the date of your marriage?
October the 11th.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so what's your question for me? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes. No, man, that's fine. So when I came up here, even though I came for visiting, I visited a friend. We fell out, and I went to Myrtle Beach and I started to work. So I am seeing where on the paper on the adjustment of status, question 27, sorry. It asks what is my current immigration status if it hasn't changed since my arrival. My date doesn't expire until December the 5th. So I'm currently in status. So I wasn't sure what I was supposed to put there.
Yeah, I just put B2 visitor.
Just put B2 visitor. And next thing, we do not have a home domicile. We are she's a truck driver and I live on the truck with her. So we were kind of wondering, what do we put in terms of home address? We do have a PO box that we use.
You need to pick one. You need to pick someone's house, or this is going to be a complicating factor for you. They're not going to like the fact that you guys don't have an apartment or a house. It's bad for it'll cut down on your marital evidence. It'll confuse them as to where to schedule your interview. It's gonna slow everything down. You need to pick a home base.
Oh, so our home base is Virginia. So on my learner's license, both of our license actually, it has Virginia, but it's a PO box. It doesn't look like a PO box. The address itself, it shows out as it looks like an apartment or a regular address. But if you do check, you will see that it's not an apartment. You would see that it's a post office, but it doesn't look like a post office address. But that's where we get all our mail and everything on our documents.
But part of the reason they have an address is so that they can come check you out and see if you're living there. So.
Oh, okay. So in terms of like picking an address though, because as I say, we have a contract that says her job puts health insurance on me, being that I'm living in the truck with her. So we have a lot of evidence. I'm on her credit card. I'm on life insurance, health insurance, authorized user, all of that. So the only thing that we are very, very, concerned about is the fact that we don't have a home domicile. We have an address that we use, but as I say, it's a PO box, and not sure,
Where's the trucking company based out of?
So the one that she's based out of is North Carolina, Charlotte.
So not Virginia.
Not Virginia, no.
And do you have a friend or someone in Virginia that you guys could use their address?
So we're planning to move sometime next year. So, we're not going to be in Virginia that long. Even though we got married in Virginia and we are planning to send our application through Virginia, we are not staying there. By the time that we should be scheduled for our interview, I don't think that we will be in Virginia.
So timeline, then let's say we file it November 1st. When do you think you're going to move? And then let's say we could use that PO box that doesn't look like a PO box when you first file. And then when you move, when are you going to move?
So we're looking at sometime next year, spring. But by that time we would have already moved from Charlotte base to Texas base. So we are going to get a house in Texas, but as for now, we wouldn't even be going to a Charlotte OC anymore. It would now be the OC in Dallas.
So I'd file it with a Virginia PO box, and then as soon as I move I would get someplace in Texas as quickly as you can, and then update your address once you do that.
Okay.
And obviously put both your names on everything in Texas.
Okay, and then so for my social security, because I was here on a J1, and when we got married, I was trying to change my name, but social security was telling me that I couldn't change because they have a spelling issue with my name. So I wanted to get a new social security card and change my name, but they're telling me
don't do any of that. Don't change your name. Don't get another social security number. Just use the one you have. Don't change anything.
Don't change.
Now is not the time to change your name.
Okay. And one last question. On the form, it's on the adjustment of status form, on one of the questions, it had asked me if I had worked, and I said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And no, hold on, just give me 1 second. Let me find it. It's in.
Was that on this trip you worked or some other trip?
No, I worked on this trip. Yes,
Okay.
I worked on this trip. So it asked me if I had worked, and it asked me if I had knowingly worked, and I said yes. So
Yeah,
I
good.
wasn't sure if.
Your wife's a U.S. citizen?
Yes, she was born here.
Just be honest about it. I mean, always be honest
Okay.
about it, but especially if you're
Okay.
married to a U.S. citizen, it's all forgiven.
Oh, okay. Because I no longer, since we've been married, I've no longer worked.
Sure.
So, okay.
So my
Okay.
my big thing now is the one thing you need to be worried about, April, is immigrant intent. You came on a visit visa,
Mhm.
and what did you tell them was the reason you were coming for your visit?
So I did come to visit a friend who lived in Durham at the time, and I was already speaking to my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. So her and I already have contact with each other. However, I was back in Jamaica. I did come to visit my friend, and I came to stay in Myrtle Beach as well. But over time I decided to stay because we got married.
Right.
So
I'm just saying that if you knew when you entered the United States on June 6th, if you knew you were coming to get married and that you just got the visit visa to sort of come faster, you'll get in trouble for that, right? But if you
oh
came
yeah.
to the United States to see your friend and to check out your online friend, your girlfriend at the time, and then you decided to stay and get married, that's a different thing. Do you
Oh
understand the
yeah,
difference?
yeah, yes. The latter is the truth. Because I've had my visa since 2017, and I've traveled on it a couple of times
That
and
helps. That
gone
helps.
back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, because here on 17, it's asking if I've ever violated the terms and condition of my non-immigrant visa. I
Yep.
should tick yes, being that I've worked.
Right.
Okay, all right. Okay,
All right.
thank you. That's
Where are
all the
you?
questions.
Where are you and your
Sorry.
wife? Where are you and your wife driving right now?
Right now, we're still in Alabama. Yeah, we're in Alabama. So we are in a different state every day, every day.
All right. Well, be careful. Have fun.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show, April.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun. Now, I don't know that we've had a passenger in a big rig before. I should have asked what they were hauling. Hopefully, it's toys or something fun, not something boring like, I don't know, gasoline or something. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. I always like to see where people are when they're watching. I like to see where we have big followings. And I always like to see, it makes me happy when I get to shout out the locations where people are watching. Now, wait a minute. We have somebody in the waiting room named Tio. Tio's here. Let's say hi to Tio. That makes me happy. Hi, Tio.
Hello, Tio Jim.
How are you, Tio Marco? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for getting me in.
Sure. What's up?
I really appreciate what you're doing for us. Really, really good. Thank you.
You got it.
I have my niece living in the States. Her and her husband came with not a visa here. My niece came with a B1, B2 visa on October 2001, sorry, and overstayed her visa. Her husband came in 1997, and it's right now in a temporary protected status from El Salvador, TPS. They have a son that is going to be turning 21 next November, meaning November 2023. So the question that I have for you, Tio Jim, is can their son file I-130 concurrent the I-485?
So here's the deal. So first
Okay.
of all, for the dad, so the dad came 4 years before the son, right? Or before the wife,
Before
your
the wife,
niece.
yes.
Yeah. And so the wife had a visa and just didn't leave, right?
Correct.
And now, so first of all, Tio, this thing sounds like a law school exam question, right? Like, so Sonny Boy is born 20 years ago. He's about to become a U.S. citizen. His
Correct.
dad entered in 1997 and is on TPS. His mom
Correct.
entered in October of 2001. This sounds like a law school exam question. So I like these questions. So
Okay.
for the dad, did he also have a visa and overstay, or did he enter without inspection?
Without inspection.
Okay. So the
And
answer
that's
to your
and that's another question that I have. Right now, with the Biden administration, I heard that they can travel outside the United States and come back in advance parole and count as a legal entry, as an inspection. Is that
so
correct?
the thought is that he would get advanced parole through his TPS, you mean?
That's correct.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that. That's something we've done a lot in other kinds of cases. I thought that we were still waiting for guidance for advanced parole on TPS. I don't think that's in place yet. I might be wrong,
Okay.
but let's
I
do
heard
mom.
that they were giving TPS advance parole
Advanced
to
parole.
TPS. Yes.
I don't know. Let me see.
Okay.
But we can do the mom's case straight. Mom's case is pretty straightforward. Once Sonny Boy turns 21,
Mm-hmm.
then let's see. Yeah, I think that got in trouble with the courts.
That was before with the Trump administration.
Right.
But then Biden, I heard that I don't know where I read it, that he reinstated
Yeah.
that with advance parole they could go out of the country and come back and count as a inspection.
All right. Beginning July 1st, 2022, USCIS will issue a new travel authorization document to temporary protected status beneficiaries, Form I-512T authorization. Okay.
That's right. That's what I read. Yes.
If you are a TPS beneficiary with an existing unexpired advance parole document, you may continue to use it. If you're applying for a new travel document, you should continue to use Form 131 for a travel document. All right. Well, that sounds great. I'd obviously want to research. I'd want to research that.
Assuming it will count. The question, the other question is, he will need any kind of waiver because he entered illegally back in 1997.
No, if the TPS part allows for advanced parole, then that would cure the overstay and the unauthorized entry. I think.
Okay,
I need to research all this stuff, Marco, before I actually say yes.
Okay.
But I think the path that you've laid out sounds like it might work. I'm not saying for sure that it would work, but I think it might work.
Okay. Another question. It has to be two applications?
For sure.
Two I-130s and two 485s?
Correct.
Okay. The husband, my niece's husband, has a permit to work because of the temporary protected status.
Yeah.
It will be necessary when the son files for him to request another.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. If you have two ways or three ways to get an employment authorization, do all three. Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't cost anything.
Okay. Well, I think for the work authorization, yes.
No, it's included in the filing fee for the 485.
Ah, okay, perfect. As well as the advance parole, correct?
Of course, he'll have to get the different advance parole first, but yes.
Okay. Can my niece travel with advance parole for the 485?
Wait, where'd she come from?
El Salvador.
No, I know, but we didn't talk about her.
Okay.
So how old is she?
He's going to be applying for both parents. She's the one that came.
The niece. Oh, the niece. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was thinking. I was thinking this is Sonny Boy's sister, but you're just talking about Sonny Boy's mom.
No, yeah, both parents, yeah.
Okay, so what about the mom? What's the question? Can she travel too?
That she can get advanced parole and travel while the 485 is pending?
No.
No?
Does she have Does she have TPS?
No,
Yeah, no, then she
she
couldn't.
couldn't get. Okay.
Mhm.
Wait until the green card.
Wait until the green card.
Okay, perfect. With the affidavit of support,
Mm-hmm.
the son is in college.
Right. So they'll need a co-sponsor.
Okay. Does he still has to be like the main sponsor
Always.
with no income?
Yeah, and he needs to file tax returns for the 3 previous years. So make sure he does that.
Okay.
Yeah, even with no income, he still has to be
even with
the
no
main
income.
sponsor.
Okay. So if we get a co-sponsor that has 125% plus, can the
For
same
all-
co-sponsor work for both parents?
Yeah, if they make enough, they have to make
Enough?
above. Like it depends on how many dependents they have, whether they're married, all that stuff. But one person can be a co-sponsor on both cases.
On both applications.
You just have to list them on each other's applications.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Because mom's case will probably go before dad's.
Why do you say that?
Because what are you thinking timing wise? Let's assume that dad can get advanced parole. You're thinking that dad would do advanced parole, and then when he comes back, you file both cases. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking that yes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good path.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I might.
Any
I don't
concern?
know.
Any concern you're thinking
think,
right now?
I think there's an argument. I think there's an argument to get mom her green card first, and then do dad.
Okay.
Mom's case is cleaner. Dad's case is messier, and if dad's case gets hung up somewhere, then he's married to a lawful permanent resident as opposed to being married to an undocumented immigrant.
I see where you're going. Okay.
I don't know for sure. I'd want to think it all through, and half the time I just say fuck it, let's just roll the dice and go.
Exactly. Glow. Yeah.
But I think it's something to think through.
Okay. That's an option. Okay. Well, Tio Jim, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Marco.
Have a
See
good
you,
one.
buddy.
All right.
All right. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun. We like seeing Marco, and especially whenever someone calls me Tio, that's always good. All right. Let's say hi to Andrea. She's been waiting patiently. Hi, Andrea. Oh, you're on mute. Julie missed it.
Hi, Jim. Good day. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Andrea?
I'm trying to be strong and I'm trying to be good.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to be strong about?
Well, I have my only daughter. She lives in Jamaica.
Yep.
I am a U.S. citizen since 2019.
Nice.
Filed for her March of last year, her I-130.
How old is she?
She's in her 30s right now.
Got it.
And she has one daughter. So the daughter will eventually become a derivative relative for her. But long and short of it, Jim, when I filed the document, they said I should send the paperwork to Texas because I'm in Minnesota.
Yeah.
However, they took the document and they sent it to California.
Sure.
And the wait times are crazy.
Yep,
My daughter is a cancer survivor.
Hmm.
She has been going through depression because there's no family support. Jamaica is in a state right now where I am having more like sleepless nights. I don't know if you heard about it, what's going on down there now. I went there September and I saw her, and she is very concerned, especially for Haley that is in high school. She's 12 plus going 13. And I don't even know what route to take because she's not even at the stage where I can get to do that, pay the advance money and get her. There's nothing, and I feel stuck. Do you have any advice or what do you think?
What's the receipt date?
March 2021.
And USCIS is still sitting on that?
Yes.
So you have an I-130 that was filed by a U.S. citizen for her. Oh yeah, so you got a long wait.
That's what I'm saying. Initially, when I filed, even when it was in California, it was showing 48 months.
Oh, but that's not what I mean. Do you know about the visa bulletin?
No, I don't know much about it.
Okay, so you know that
NVC?
hold on, forget all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the spouses and underage children and parents of U.S. citizens, those three categories, they're called immediate relatives.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's an unlimited number of visas available for people in those categories. Congress has not put a cap or limit on the number of those visas available. So as long as USCIS can process the case and as long as the State Department can handle the embassy interview, it's a pretty straightforward where there's no waiting in line.
Okay? Yeah, I know about that because my two sons came here like that when I was a green card holder. There were no cap on them. They came pretty quick. Yes.
So my visa bulletin's not pulling up, but I think right now that it's like an 8-year wait or something for your daughter.
Yeah, and before it was not that. Even in California, and all of a sudden it just flips.
But California, you keep talking about California, but that's not important because if you filed it in March of 2021, that means there's not going to be a visa available for her until 2029. Oh. So it doesn't really matter how fast California works. They put these cases on the way back burner because there's not even a visa available for her for 7 more years.
And the thing about it, when I go online and check when I can inquire about her, it's showing that I can't do any inquiry until 2028.
Yeah, so right now they're working on cases that were filed. They're issuing visas for cases that were filed in December of 2014. So that's like 8 years ago. So 8 years from now, I think you still have about 7 years to wait. So it doesn't really, as upsetting as it is, there's no reason to get bent out of shape about whether or not it's in California or Texas or wherever it is, because these cases get processed very slowly. Yeah,
they approve I-130 takes forever.
But that doesn't matter because there's not a visa available. It could get approved today. It doesn't get her. If it got approved today, she doesn't get here any faster.
Another thing is that I was told that it's not recommended for her to apply for a visitor's visa to even to come and spend the summers with my granddaughter and go back.
To me, it's not so much about whether or not it's recommended. I wouldn't phrase it that way. I would say it's unlikely to be approved. But there's no harm in applying other than the filing fees that she would lose if she applied.
Yeah. Well, I will let her try and apply, and at the end of the day, whatever it does, it does. It's just that when I applied, it showed 48 months, and now it's gone to.
But I would put it in a drawer and not worry about it for like 3 more years, only if you move. All right, thanks, Andrea. See ya.
Thanks, Jim. Already.
All right, good luck to your daughter. All right, so let's see where people are watching from today. I have not checked in. Let's go all the way to the top, see where we got. All right, we have Dubai and we got Juli, of course, in Argentina. We've got Birmingham, Alabama. We have another Diwali blessings. Thanks for that. We got a lot of our favorite friends watching the show, Calypso Girl and Sheldon, of course. More Diwali wishes. Calypso, everyone's saying hi to Marlon. People aren't putting where they're watching from. Minnesota, Fort Myers, of course, Weeze in Fort Myers. We got Nigeria, Dubai, Southern California. We always like to hear from Southern California. I wish I was there. Marrakesh. I'm very upset. I was supposed to go to Marrakesh when we were in Morocco, but we had to come back early. We got a lot of people in Alabama watching today. We got Kiki in Ohio. We got someone down south. We got Dominican Republic, Kenya. Dominican Republic. We were there last year. Very nice. Very nice. A couple of people waiting for their oath in Chicago. We got Guyana, Tampa, Seattle, New Jersey. Nevada, Barbados. Yeah, we had a shooting in St. Louis. I talked about that already. Germany. Wow. Mexico, Seattle, Marietta, Georgia, Nevada in the house. We got New York City, New Jersey, Guyana, Mexico, Dallas, Chino Hills, California, Morin, Morocco, Dallas, Texas, Jamaica, Kenya, Ghana. Oh, we always like to hear from Ghana, Nigeria, of course. Dallas. People are asking. I don't usually check the comments. We got Florida. Cindy B, of course, is in Florida. And then we got, Tennessee, Bangladesh, Spokane, Houston. Oh, we got Russia, Dobry Dien, Tovarichana, I should say. Canada, not Namibia, darn it. Jamaica, and New Jersey, and Casablanca. How about that? Got people all over the world. We need a little map. We need a little map is what we need. That would be fun, where everybody could sort of say where they're watching from. All right, let's say hi to James Lee. Hi, James Lee.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. So I have a few questions for you. The first one would be, my wife applied for I-130 for me, but I got my work permit to Asylum. It's still pending though, and so we both were working, so we did our tax together. Now she has a baby, she's not working, and I'm the only one working. Because I usually know your spouse is the one that sponsor you. Since she's not working, how can that will affect me, or is that a good stuff?
Are you in the United States or are you you're in the United States?
Yeah.
And the question is, okay, so what stage are you at? Have you you got your work card already, obviously, or did you get your work card based on marriage too, or just off Asylum?
Asylum.
Did you apply for one off the marriage or no?
I just applied for I-130 because my case is with a judge.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So, okay. Well, so are you doing this without a lawyer?
Yeah, I got a lawyer.
So there's no reason. I mean, you didn't file the affidavit of support yet, did you? You don't file that now if all you have is the I-130.
Yeah.
So when the time comes, you're probably going to need a co-sponsor because she needs 3 good years of earning history, right?
We're gonna need a co-sponsor, you said?
You're going to need a co-sponsor. Mm-hmm.
But we filed for I think the 3 years. She filed for herself because we weren't married at that time.
Yeah, that's okay. Either way. So you're jumping around from issue to issue. What's your question?
So the question is, because I'm working supporting her,
Yeah.
so will that affect me when we go for anything, for the interview or for RFE if we get one?
Well, so here's what's going to happen. So just let me clarify one thing. So the reason that you're in removal court, in deportation court, is because your asylum case got referred there when the asylum office rejected your application. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you have a standalone I-130 that's pending now, and you haven't filed the 485 yet.
No.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So once the I-130 is approved, and when did you file the I-130?
15 months ago.
Okay, so that should get approved pretty soon. You may or may not have an interview on that, okay?
Okay.
And then once that's approved, then your lawyer will send that to the immigration court and say, hey, James Lee is no longer trying to get status through asylum. Now he wants to get a green card based on, you were admitted properly into the United States?
B2, yeah.
Yeah. So he wants to adjust his status. Can we terminate these deportation proceedings so he can go back to USCIS and file for his green card? Once that happens, once the judge says, yeah, get out of here, then you'll file your 485 and your and your affidavit of support. So that's when you'll file it. So let's say that's probably a year from now. Okay.
Okay.
So that's going to be in 2023, which means you're going to have to submit your spouse's 2022 taxes, 2021 taxes, and 2020 taxes.
Okay.
And if she took a big earnings, nobody cares about how much you made. You could be a millionaire.
Okay.
So if she took a big earnings hit in 2022 because she had a baby, and by the way, you said she had a baby. What you meant to say is we had a baby. You need to start getting yeah. Otherwise, you get in trouble with her and you get in trouble with immigration, right?
Yeah.
So start using the right language. So let's say that her income, just for instance, dropped from 40,000 to 20,000 because she had the baby.
Okay.
That means she still has to be the sponsor. But when you file that 485 a year from now, you're going to have a green card holder or a citizen who says, if James Lee gets government benefits and James Lee doesn't pay them back and James Lee's wife doesn't pay them back, then I, Frank, will pay the government back. And then Frank has to submit Frank's tax returns for the last 3 years and show that Frank makes enough money. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So you don't really need to worry about this now other than trying to start making friends with rich people.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, James Lee. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Let's say hi to Natalie. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, can you hear me?
I got you. How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you so much for taking my call and everything that you do. I
sure.
have maybe a little bit of a vague question. I am a US citizen. I actually became a US citizen very recently, like a month ago. And I am originally from Ukraine. And as you know, the situation in Ukraine right now is really sad.
Yeah.
My mom is here right now on the parole, and I'm planning to file for family reunification, yes, while she's in the United States. But since the parole is for 2 years, I don't think like I need to rush about it right now.
Yep.
Well, probably since government does provide some aid for Ukrainians, we'll probably try to use that for right now. And once she actually gets a job, I'll file for the family unification. My question is for I have a cousin, and I really want to sponsor her to come to United States, but the parole and the United for Ukraine program that government gives is only for 2 years. The information that I researched online, it sounds like there is really no road for any legal status from this program. And I just wanted to know, if I sponsor my cousin who is like 16, the marriage is not really an option for her, and 2 years is kind of rushed to look for an American to get married. Like, I don't think this is going to be something in her head. So I just wanted to know if you can maybe point me in a direction.
Where's your cousin right now physically in the world?
In Ukraine.
Truth be told, I haven't spent a lot of time looking into the reunification provisions of the Biden's changes to that. But one thing that jumps out to me is maybe is this a boy or a girl cousin?
A girl.
Getting her here on the parole and then maybe switching her to an F1 student visa.
Okay, I did find that option, but I just don't know. It seems very overwhelming. I actually found information that if you come here on the parole, you cannot change your status in the country.
Might be. That could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Okay. That wouldn't surprise me. And the other thing you could do, this might be hard, is if you live in a big city, there are usually high schools that will let you sponsor someone on an F1. Now that's sort of expensive. They got to pay for like private school and stuff, but she could get an F1 visa to come to school and then just switch that into a college thing next when she's old enough.
Yeah, I don't think financially that's kind of feasible for us. Yeah, I just the only thing I can do is parole her here like I did with my mom. But
yeah, I think I might just start with that and just say hopefully something will change. She could always apply for asylum.
Yeah. And do you know, like, is it hard to to change status when you come in a parole, or maybe they sometimes prolong paroles, like
They could prolong parole, yeah.
okay. That was the other thing that I thought maybe they kind of extended for another 2 years, and that will give us more buffer on it. But yeah, well, thank you so much.
Bye, Natalie. Have a good night.
Bye. You
See
too.
ya. I need to learn more about that Ukrainian stuff. I think Paul in our office and Katerina are working on that. And I think that hopefully I'll have some more information here, Natalie, sooner rather than later. I'll get working on that. All right. All right. Christina says in the comments she hopes she's next, but I don't see anyone named Christina in the waiting room. So let's say hi to Rakshit. Hi, Rakshit.
Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. I have a question that I just got my citizenship interview on day for yesterday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So I got my green card through marriage. So it's almost 5 years. So I did file the N400 by myself. So interview was good.
You applied on the 3-year rule?
No, 5.
You applied on the 5-year rule.
Yes.
Okay. And the interview, which field, when did you file and where was your field office?
Charleston, South Carolina.
And when did you file?
I filed on July 8, 2022. I filed that.
So not too long. So like 3 months?
Within 3 months, they give me a call. So I went to the interview. The interview was good. I passed the interview. And then me and my wife is not live in the same house. It's a different house. So the officer asked me a couple of questions about that. And then give me a paper which was mentioned that the decision cannot be made yet about your application, but you have passed the English test and the U.S. history and the government.
So what were the questions that the officer asked you about your living arrangement?
She asked me that you are first thing she asked me, like, you and your wife is not living together. I said no, we don't. Cause she said why? Cause I said we don't live together. That doesn't mean like we still in a relationship and a husband and wife. Only thing we don't live together because she lived with our mom. Her mom needs some attention, so that's the reason. And she told me that.
So let's back up. So how did you meet your spouse?
How did I meet my spouse? Here in U.S.
Okay, you were on a student visa or some other visa?
No, I have a C1D and then come with a B1, B2, and then I met her here.
Okay, and
that was on 2015. I met her in 2015.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Let me talk. When did you enter?
13.
And when did you get married?
2015.
So when you got married, you were out of status.
No, I do. I entered with a C1D visa, and then I applied for a B1, B2, and
right. But
then I entered
the entry that you had before you got married. When did you enter?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Say again.
So okay, what's the date of your marriage?
October 1st, 2015.
And in 2015, when you were in the United States in October of 2015, when had you last entered?
I guess June or July, something like that.
Of 2015.
Yes.
Okay, so you get married in October 1st, 2015, and then you got your green. When did you get your green card?
March 1st, 2017.
And then you filed the 751?
Yes.
And that got approved?
Yes.
Okay, now, since October 1st, 2015 until now, which is basically 7 years later, how much time have you and your spouse lived in the same house overnight?
Pretty much all day.
Okay, so is it just that currently you don't live together because she's taking care of her mom? Okay, when did that start?
Maybe last year on October.
So for the last year, you guys have been living apart?
Yes. She live with her mom and sometimes she live with me. It's just like back and forth like that. It's nothing we're fighting and nothing like that.
Are these different cities or what?
No, it's the same city, same state. It's just 30 minutes from my house.
And what's wrong with her mom?
She is, I can say, like, she got a multiple strokes. She can't walk. She can't do anything. Like,
So it's not like mom can come over to your house. Is mom in like a home or something?
Yes. She got her own house. Plus, we got dogs here, so that's another reason.
Okay. Did the officer like drill down and say, okay, well, like, does she stay at your house on the weekends and go over to mom's during the week, or what did she like? How detailed did the officer get?
The first thing she told me, it sounds like a little sketchy, and yeah, I told her I didn't answer that question. I told her like her mom is like, you know, she's a senior citizen, so that is the reason she got multiple strokes, can walk, and nobody was there to taking care of her. So that's why sometimes she went over there, and sometimes with her.
So here's a good question. Did you present any evidence of mom's medical condition?
No.
Did you present any evidence that showed that for the first 6 years of your marriage that you lived together, and it was only this last year that your wife sort of started living over there?
No, nothing.
Did you submit any evidence as to how and what efforts you and your wife make to actually be together now in 2022, even if it's for like a date night or something?
Yes, from the last interview, it's a lot of evidence we do got.
Last evidence, that was 4 years ago, dude. I mean, now.
No. I already have my 10 years green card.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is she has a concern right now, as you said, sounds a little sketchy. That's a great title for a TikTok. I like that. But that's quite something to say. Like, because here's the thing. Ultimately, if you apply on the 5-year rule, the status of your marriage doesn't matter. You're not applying, unless the whole marriage was fake from the get-go, which I know that it's not, right? So really she can fuck off if she says it's sketchy. Who cares? Right? It doesn't really matter if it's sketchy or not. If you were divorced now, you could still get your citizenship. So this is sort of stupid. But the thing is, you should have had an attorney, because if you had told me all this stuff, then I would have had you already. First of all, I would have had your wife come to the interview. I would have had her sign affidavits. I would have submitted a bunch more marital evidence and treat it like a marriage case, even though it's a Nats case. But now that that's happened, and she said, this sounds a little sketchy, I think you need to do a lot of work to prove up this marriage to show that it's still valid. Otherwise, they're going to sit on the case and then go knock on your wife's door and saying, hey, why aren't you staying over at Rockshit's house? Is he a bad guy? Should we deport his ass? Got it?
Got it. Right. And then I checked the case tracker, so the case tracker exactly tell me now. Just give me a moment. Yes, the case tracker told me that the oath ceremony will be scheduled, but before that, the case history told me that we recommended that your N-400 application for naturalization be approved. Your
So
case was submitted for a
You're good.
quality review.
Yeah, fuck that. You're good. You're
Okay.
good. You're just waiting for a ceremony.
Yes, then it was the update on the 3 o'clock. My interview was 2 o'clock. And then 5 o'clock, there's another update came on, oath ceremony will be scheduled. So
yeah, I think you're in good shape.
Okay. That's all I need to know. So kind of chance
No, I think you're good, buddy. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you.
All right, buddy. All right. That was another great show. Huli, did you get your haircut? Oh, it looked short there for a minute. All right, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. 3 p.m. Central. That'll be episode number 269. 269 tomorrow. Everybody who we didn't get to, please join us tomorrow. We'll post that link, or if you want to get the link first so that you can get in the waiting room, text the word show to 314-470-3300. That's your best bet. That's when the least amount of people are in the waiting room. It was fun being with all of you today. We want to make sure that if you need legal help, that you give us a call. If you're looking for a lawyer, give us a call. If you want free information, just come back tomorrow or hit our YouTube channel. And then one thing that would really help, I should ask earlier, Julie, remind me tomorrow around midway to ask for more reviews. We're trying to boost our Google reviews. Even if you just leave us a 5-star review, that'd be great. But if you also want to say how awesome Julie is, that would be most appreciated. Thanks, everybody.